Hi, welcome to the Holiday Inn London Stratford City. So I'm here with Keith Griffiths, MD of Summerson Hotels, and we're just going to talk about, I guess, a couple of subjects on your mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The first thing I wanted to ask you about was really with regard to what part you think technology plays, and particularly in regard to the IHG websites, in lowering distribution costs and helping us to own the customer, where currently sometimes we feel as if they're leaving us for the OTAs and the OTAs are owning our customers.
Yeah, it's a great question. Look, I think technology is at the heart of our business. Actually, generally, you know, a lot of the things that we're thinking about, and as we try and deliver a better experience to our guests, I think technology is at the heart. And obviously with Eric Pearson as our recently announced CIO, I think we're very well placed to move that forward. I mean, in terms of the OTAs, I think that's obviously a very current issue, and I think we're very aligned on that. You know, I think from our perspective, to do the best for our guests and best for owners, then we want to make sure that all that business is truly incremental business and not substitutional for what we can do. So I guess I look at it in two ways. Just one is we've got to have brands that are appealing to customers and deliver value, and that actually we're jointly on that because the experience out in the hotels has got to be fantastic, and obviously the brands have to stand for something. So to me, as channels proliferate, getting the brands right is important. And then ultimately our websites have got to deliver again what guests want. So in terms of ease of use, the quality of them, our ability to interact and share rich data, I think is really, really important. So I come at it from let's win out there by being the best that we can do with the sites and with the hotels. And then let's manage our relationship with the OTAs, which we have been doing, to make sure it's incremental.
The quest to have world-beating websites, which I think is important to be able to differentiate us from what's being offered by the OTAs, that still needs some changes to holodecks and stuff back of house. And you think we're on track to do that as quickly as possible?
Well, I think we're always trying to do things as quickly as possible, but it is very complex, and clearly we're looking and we are working on how we bring that into the 21st century, or maybe even leapfrog and 22nd century. So there's a lot to do there, though, and I think again it's an area where hopefully we can work together on it.
I think that's important for me, the ability not just to, if you like, catch up with the technology, but to leap ahead, and then have technology that's nimble enough to stay ahead and that can move with the times. And so
I think that's a great way to look at it, and I think if you are behind, and in certain areas, you know, we're ahead, in certain areas we're not, being able to leapfrog and jump through, I absolutely agree with you. And you know, I think continuing to innovate is really important as we evolve maybe the bigger systems. So, you know, I was quite excited by roomkey.com, which we piloted in the US, or in English speaking, and you know, early signs are good. I think that's a way to compete. And obviously the best rate guarantee as well, which is something that we had the lowest internet rate guarantee. I do think as a system, again with the Support the Owners Association, we've really moved that forward now, and it's really a meaningful promise. So I think that sort of innovation, we've just got to, you know, we've got to keep doing.
Do you think you can ever see a day where the very best rate is for our own channels that we're actually cheaper than the OTAs?
I think it could be, but to me actually it's more about value than it is about rate. So if we're offering enough more, whether it is the interaction, whether it's information, whether it's reporting, whether it's ease of use like mobile apps, which we know have been huge, I think it's about value. Clearly what we were trying to do is maximise revenue, maximise profitable revenue for the hotels. So whether it's lower rate, same rate, or just a different rate or a different approach, I'm not sure. I just think we'll have to keep thinking about that.
Good.
But thank you very much for coming down. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thanks.